Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use the jogscotland activity tracker for an iPhone. In this presentation, I'll show you how to log into the app, how to set up a new session on your phone, how to scan barcodes, and how to upload a completed session to the server. First, I'll show you how to log into the app. Once launching the app, you will be presented with a login page. Tap the top field which says Parkrun Barcode ID and type this in, which is the ANN at the bottom of your Parkrun barcode. Then tap the second field which says Parkrun Password and type in your Parkrun password. Once you've completed the two fields like this, tap Authenticate, which will then log you into the app and take you to the My Sessions homepage. Once logging in, you will be presented with a page called My Sessions. From this page, you can tap on the top New button, which you'll be able to create a new session. Now I'll show you how to locally create a session ahead of time. To locally create a session ahead of time, for example, the day or week before, you're able to do so by tapping the New button on the top right. Once you've done that, your page will look like this. Click on the date field to choose a date for your session. It will bring up a calendar like this, which you can then click on the date you wish to select information for your session from. Then tap in the box under Location and type a location, such as a community centre or an area, such as Meadowbank, Abbey Hill, or George Square, and click Done once you've typed that in. Choose a rough distance and duration by tapping on the box, which will bring up a selection of distances to choose from. We give the selection of approximate distances as we don't track the exact distance for each individual runner, just an approximate distance of the session as a whole. If there are runners of different abilities running different distances, the leader can either pick an approximate average distance for the whole group or choose to log more than one session. For example, a 4-kilometre session and an 8-kilometre session, and scan the relevant joggers to each. To enter the duration, you do the same as the distance, where you click on the box and you can choose from a selection of durations. Choose an approximate distance and select Done once you have done so. After this, select the back button at the top right of the screen to locally save the new session and return it to the default screen. Now I'll show you how to locally create a session on the day and immediately start scanning barcodes. To locally create a session on the day and immediately start scanning, follow the instructions from the previous section, but stay on the session view page instead of going back. Tap the Record Participation button to start scanning everyone's barcodes. This will launch a scanner, which is a camera viewfinder with a line through the center. The barcode scanner looks like this. Get the barcode in the viewfinder and position the line going through as it's shown in these images. The app beeps when it has focused and scanned the barcode. Once scanned, the interface briefly goes back to the session view screen, then reloads the scanning interface ready for the next one. If the barcode will not scan, try slowly moving the device nearer and further away. If it still won't scan, you can hit cancel and you'll get the chance to enter it manually or exit scanning. Your barcode will not scan if it's not placed along the center of the red line. Having it below as shown here will do nothing, so you may have to move the camera until you line it up correctly. To enter it manually, just tap on the manual entry button on the session view screen and manually enter the ANN of the person's barcode, and then tap Enter Manually. To just do a single scan, tap Record Single Participant. This will bring up the barcode scanner. However, the only difference to the Record Participation button is that it doesn't reload the scanner once you've done the first one. On the scanning screen, there's a little icon that flips the device between using the front and back camera. If you suddenly see your own face in the viewfinder, then this is what you've done. You can either try scanning with this, however, it's harder to do so because you can't see the barcode in the viewfinder to center it. Or an easier solution is to tap on the camera button again to switch it back to the default camera like this. How to locally edit a session. To locally edit a session, for example, to go into a pre-created session and start scanning barcodes, tap the session in question to edit. Start scanning by tapping Record Participation, which will bring up the barcode scanner for you to start scanning people's barcodes. Once you've scanned everyone's barcodes, to save the session locally, tap the back button at the top right, which saves the session locally. Now I'll show you how to save any local session to the server. To save any session to the server, go back to the default My Sessions screen if you're not already there. Swipe the session in question either left or right. This brings up a menu including Upload to the server, which you need to tap if you want to save it. If you don't currently have internet connection, it'll tell you this and you won't be able to upload it. If it's too late to save the session, it'll tell you this and you won't be able to save it. The current cutoff is noon the day after the session date. If there are duplicate scans of the same athlete, it'll come up with a message like this and you won't be able to save it either. Now I'll show you how to remove a duplicate participant from the list of participants. First, you need to click on the session in question to edit. Once you try to save it to the server, it'll show you which barcode you need to delete from the session. Go into the session view and then select the barcode at the bottom, which is duplicated. And then it will bring up a screen like this, and you can choose delete this participant. Now I'll show you how to delete a local session. To delete a local session, which is one that has not been saved remotely to the server yet, you need to swipe the session in question either right or left. A local session will have an orange circle on the left of it like this. If it is indeed a local-only session, then it'll offer a button to delete the session, which you can then tap on to delete.